Well, hello there. It is, in fact, Monday. It is March 6th, 2023. And it is time for Quiz. It's the Big Geeks Who Drink Pub Quiz, the virtual edition right here on the Twitch. My name is Derek Knight. Those who said, ha-ha, maybe it's Derek, you're right. Those who said anything else, especially Taylor, you're wrong. Fun blast from the past, but only 1 foot massage for Leslie, apparently. Yay! She probably looks on our social media. Cheater. Anyway, it's wonderful to be back. I was actually scheduled to be back last week, but my kid had a birthday and a hockey game, and I'm like, I should probably not miss both of those. So I asked AJ to fill in, and then I don't know what happened to AJ, and you had Micah 2 weeks in a row. Now, I don't play the keyboards, but yeah, this is a familiar mic. Now, a lot of, this is one of those microphones that you think, oh, I've seen that mic. This microphone has been in steady production since the late 40s until now, but this is a 1952 Shure 556. It's the 55 series that was made for broadcast back in the very early 50s. It's got a natural rubber shock mount, and it has a Canon XL3 connector, which is similar to the modern XLR. It's not one I bust out very often, but it still sounds really cool, and it's solid, and it looks good. It looks good on camera, so yeah. His hockey games, he's going on, their season's over, but that's how it goes. He's a goalie. He decided he wanted to be a goalie, and I tried to talk him out of it because I was a goalie for 25 years, and I have bad hips now. But he's doing good. He's getting better every game. He's a tough kid, and he's playing really good. Their season's over though. They just had their final tournament, and they were out in the semifinal round. But they played hard, and he played good, and that's how it goes. But yeah, natural rubber shock mount, just like the great Gabo. The natural rubber being 70 some years old is I think it's pretty dried out by now. But that's enough talking about the magical microphone tonight. We've got quiz, and it's just like the normal quiz you would play in a bar, except you're not using the DOS. You're scoring yourself. I'm not sure if there's anybody in the chat that will score for you. They will speak up if they are. If not, you're on your honor system. So you've got 7 rounds of quiz tonight. 3 of the rounds are going to be worth 16 points, and that makes a difference because most of the rounds are worth 8, but 3 of those, round 2, the audio round, round 6, the double point round, and round 7, the final round of the evening, they're all going to be worth 16 points. So when you use that imaginary joker that you've got tonight, make sure it's on one of those 3 rounds. You'll get the most value out of that joker. Anyhow, thank you, R2VQ. I like the Fez 2. Those are always cool, and I wear it because I don't want to comb my hair or anything. Not that I have much left, but I did shower and went through the ritual of slicing up parts of my face for you people tonight, so I don't look as much like a wolfman as normal. But hey, how about we get started with this whole quiz thing? We're going to get started where we usually do at round number 1. Round 1 tonight is called Downshift My Drain Spout. It's called that because every answer in this round will be 10 letters long and start with D, just like my name, Derek. Anyway, let's get started. Question number 1. According to H.L. Mencken, what adorable German puppers are a half dog high and a dog and a half long? Question number 1, according to H.L. Mencken, what adorable German puppers are a half dog high and a dog and a half long? Number 1, 10-letter answers all start with D. They're not all going to be one word. They might be multiple words, but they'll have 10 letters and start with D. We're at question number 2. Number 2, I guess I'll have it for here. In 2005, a 22-foot, 8,000-pound blizzard was whipped up by what grill and chill franchise? Question number 2, guess I'll have it for here. In 2005, a 22-foot, 8,000-pound blizzard was whipped up by what grill and chill franchise? What are you drinking? Tell me in the chat what you've got in front of you, whether it's water or something classy or fancy. It doesn't matter. Let me know in the chat what you're drinking. I'm got some modeling glue, but don't worry, it's not just modeling glue. I added some fancy gin to it. Gin's back there. It's a Saint George Terroir. They make very fancy gin, but really amps up the modeling glue. Question number 3. Thanks to help from famous comet discoverers Eugene and Carolyn Shoemaker, what 1998 Morgan Freeman film was more accurate than Armageddon? Question number 3, once again, thanks to help from famous comet discoverers Eugene and Carolyn Shoemaker, what 1998 Morgan Freeman film was more accurate than Armageddon? I see in the chat that R2VQ, wherever you are, you had thunder snow over the weekend. That's always, I love thunder snow. It happens very rarely where I'm at. We get snow. We get thunderstorms in summertime, spring sometimes, fall, but very rarely the thunder snow. Although, where I'm at, Colorado Springs, I've seen it snow every month but July. But with climate change, who knows? Maybe July this year. Question number 4 in round 1. Despite help from NASA comet tracker Amy Mainzer, what 2021 DiCaprio film was less fun than Armageddon? Question number 4. Despite help from NASA comet tracker Amy Mainzer, what 2021 DiCaprio film was less fun than Armageddon? We got some Canada Dry, Flat Club Soda, red wine, strawberry milkshake, and a new introduction. Random Pammit in the chat says, howdy. Well, howdy, Random Pammit. Welcome to Quiz. We are in round 1. It's called Downshift My Drain Spout. 10-letter answers that start with D in this round. And we are at question 5. Question number 5. The man who sold the world is right. In the late 90s, what glammy Brit founded an online bank and an internet service provider themed around his music? Question number 5, once again, the man who sold the world indeed. In the late 90s, what glammy Brit founded an online bank and an internet service provider themed around his music? In these because these are all royalty-free music pieces that we have to play, otherwise Twitch will come break in our house and beat us up. But it's kind of fun when you hear them absolutely screw up and not fix it. Like I missed a beat. Oh, who cares? Just keep on moving. Round 1, question number 6. Hunting for a eucalyptus trunk that's been hollowed out by termites is traditionally the first step in crafting what droney instrument? Question number 6, once again, hunting for a eucalyptus trunk that's been hollowed out by termites is traditionally the first step in crafting what droney instrument? Round 1, 10-letter answers. They all start with the letter D, and we are at question 7. Penultimate question of the round. Brendan Fraser never really went away since 2019. He's voiced Robot Man in HBO Max's adaptation of what surreal superhero comic? Question number 7. Once again, Brendan Fraser never really went away. Since 2019, he's voiced Robot Man in HBO Max's adaptation of what surreal superhero comic? Looks like we got a small handful of people maybe playing for the first time tonight, which is awesome. Thanks for joining us. Like I said at the top of the whole show, this is just like the pub quiz you'd play live, except, you don't use the DOS, so you're scoring yourself. And also a reminder to those who may be new to the channel, don't put any answers in the chat. That's just bad behavior, and people will shame you, and then there's this whole shame command anyway. Everybody's going to do great. You're going to do great. And we are at question 8. Round 1, question 8. Your homemade Shrek porn went to the next level last year when what animation studio open sourced its Moonray rendering software? Question number 8. Your homemade Shrek porn went to the next level last year when what animation studio open sourced its Moonray rendering software? Well, W. Barnhill 3, I'm not sure which part you hate to admit more, that you're drinking White Claw or that the Super Bowl was yuck. Is it just that they're that old? Or that you didn't like the Super Bowl? Or it's White Claw? I don't get it. I'm not a big seltzer guy myself, but I'm not going to shame people who like it. I know a lot of people who like that hard seltzer stuff. Apparently it scratches an itch for a lot of people. Not me. But, yeah. My girlfriend likes them. That's all I know. And she also likes, harder stuff like Punta Mess and Scotch. So, it's okay to have a diverse alcoholic palate. It's also okay not to. I don't know. We're not here to kink shame. Anyway, that is it for the questions proper in round 1. So it's time for the first bonus question of the evening. The way these work, well, somebody's going to get $5 in credit to our Geeks Who Drink Shopatorium. At the end of the night, we give away a big swag box to one of those winners. So the way you answer the bonus question is in the chat, exclamation point, and the answer. It's the only time that we ask you to put an answer in chat, and that's just how that works. And most of you have done this before. Those who haven't, you'll figure it out. So let's get moving on this bonus question. After checking out the Guinness Brewery, tourists to Ireland can see the home of Old Jameson and Kilbeggan at what similar type of building? Exclamation point and the answer in the chat. It's going to get you an entry into the drawing and to see who's going to get the $5 in credit to our store and maybe the big swag box at the end of the night. Your bonus, once again, after checking out the Guinness Brewery, tourists to Ireland can see the home of Old Jameson and Kilbeggan at what similar type of building? A lot of you have already figured it out. You're getting your answers in. If you don't know it, just look in the chat. You'll figure it out. Get an entry, and I'll come back and let you know what the actual answers are in just a bit. Number 1, downshift to my drain spout. It's a round with 10-letter answers. They all start with D, and now's as good a time as any. Take a look at the answers for round 1. Question number 1, according to H.L. Mencken, the adorable German puppers that are a half dog high and a dog and a half long are dachshunds. Dachshunds at number 1. Number 2, guess I'll have it for here. In 2005, a 22-foot, 8,000-pound blizzard was whipped up by what grill and chill franchise? That, of course, is Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen is where you can both grill and chill. Question number 3. Thanks to help from famous comet discoverers Eugene and Carolyn Shoemaker, what 1998 Morgan Freeman film was more accurate than Armageddon? That is Deep Impact. Deep Impact starts with a D and has 10 letters. Question number 4. Despite help from NASA comet tracker Amy Mainzer, the 2021 DiCaprio film that was less fun than Armageddon was Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up at number 4. Number 5. The man who sold The World Is Right in the late 90s is what Glammy Britt founded an online bank and an internet service provider themed around his music. That, of course, is David Bowie. David Bowie at number 5. Number 6, hunting for a eucalyptus trunk that's been hollowed out by termites. That's traditionally the first step in crafting the droney instrument known as the didgeridoo. Didgeridoo at number 6. Number 7, Brendan Fraser never really went away since 2019. He's voiced Robot Man in HBO Max's adaptation of Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol at number 7. Number 8. Your homemade Shrek porn went to the next level last year when what animation studio open sourced its Moonray rendering software? That, of course, is DreamWorks. DreamWorks open sourced its rendering software, which, let's be fair, that's pretty great. I think more people should have access to cool stuff like that. So, let's see if I can get a winner for this particular bonus question. Got one. And now, let's move on to that bonus question. Somebody's going to pick up $5 in credit to our store. After checking out the Guinness Brewery, tourists to Ireland can see the home of Old Jameson and Kilbeggan at what similar type of building? Who said, Mark Fake last name said, I'm not sure I'd say they're similar buildings. Well, they both produce an alcoholic beverage because one's a brewery and the other is a distillery. So I'd say at their base, they're similar. You know, they both produce booze. Let's move on to round 2. Round 2 is the first 16-point round of the evening. It is the audio round for the evening. So again, you've got that joker you can use, but if you don't think you did well on this round, hang on to it because we got 2 other 16-point rounds coming at you later in quiz. But let's find out together what this round is all about. It's called Make 'em Say Ah! Or I don't know, but it's Happy National Dentist's Day. For 1 point, you name the song titles. For a second, you name the artists. Clearly getting a cleaning mid-tune. You'll figure out the gimmick. Simply put, 1 point for title, 1 point for artist on each song. Potential of 16 in a round. Here's song 1.
Somewhere in my mind.
Round 2, 16 points on the line. Here's song 2.
Make 'em go, you're gonna leave 'em falling, you don't have to feel like a wasted space. Your original cannot be replaced.
1 point for title, 1 point for artist. Round 2, here's song number 3.
I'm trying to put you in the worst mood. P1 cleaner than your church shoes. Really point to just to hurt you. All red lamb just to tease you. None of these toys on lease to.
Round 2, make him say ah. Here's number 4. Happy National Dentist's Day. Here's song number 5.
It's a thief in the night to come and grab you. It can creep up inside you and consume you. A disease of the mind, it can control you. It's too close for comfort.
Round 2, give me title and artist on each song. Here is number 7.
Boys too young to be singing the blues.
Round 2, here's song number 8.
Too emotional.
All right, you're going to hear those songs one more time. You've already figured out these are just songs with a lot of ahs in them. So, second time around, here's song number 1.
I'm walking down the line that divides me somewhere in my mind.
Make 'em go, you're gonna leave 'em falling, you don't have to feel like a wasted space. You're original, cannot be replaced. I'm tryna put you in the worst mood. P1 cleaner than your church shoes. Really point two just to hurt you. All red lamb just to tease you. None of these toys on lease to.
I'll break 'em down, down. I'll kick with no crown, kick with no crown.
It's a thief in the night to come and grab you. It can creep up inside you and consume you. A disease of the mind, it can control you. It's too close for comfort.
Boys too young to be singing the blues.
Too emotional.
Well, there you go. That is round number 2. So hopefully, I saw a couple of comments in the chat that, oh, you guys knew some more songs than normal. Ha ha ha! Huh? We like to give everybody a fair shake. We're not just for the olds or just for the kids. We like to drive fast right down the middle. Don Rico Suave said that if Micah has a melodica, I need one too. Micah's a musician and I'm not. I don't know if you want me just screaming into a melodica. I think just having a fez is fine. But we have some of them sweet subscriptions. Speaking of Don Rico Suave, they subscribed with Prime for 12 months. Also, Sovaz subscribed with Prime for 33 months, currently on a 32-month streak. It's pretty good. Pretty good. All just to avoid a couple of ads. It's the American way. That it is. So, yes. Hi, everybody. You're here. We're here. We're having trivia right here on the right here on the interwebs. And you're probably thinking, what the hell are the answers to that round 2? I think I did really good round 2. I want to find out how I did in round 2. Let's find out. Make them say, actually, let's go to the answers. It's a different video entirely. Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day. That is number 1. Number 2. That's Firework by Katy Perry. Number 3, that of course is Starboy by The Weeknd featuring Daft Punk. I agree, this was a reasonably gettable round so far. Number 4, obviously Lady Gaga. The song title is Judas by Lady Gaga. Number 5, Disturbia by Rihanna. Everybody's default answer, Rihanna with Disturbia at number 5. Number 7, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. That's Elton John. And number 8, Good For You. Good For You. That's Olivia Rodrigo. Good For You. At number 8. My guess is you all did very well on that round because holy crap, that was right in Quizzer's wheelhouse. Should have been right in your wheelhouse. Just right straight down Quizzer Broadway. Just like the yeah, I mean, we can't put every song in there, Metal Yoga Head, because sometimes we reuse these concepts. So it's possible that if we did it before, we used it then, or we're reserving it for a future one. So, keep in mind, if you see this concept again, just be ready for it. Just be like, oh, I think they're going to use the song I want to hear. Could happen. Anything's possible. But we're going to move on to round 3 now. And round 3 is called Triforce. It's not about Zelda. Don't worry. Each question is a list of 3 things, and you tell us what those 3 things have in common. Would you like an example? Sure, why not? Here's an example for you. If I said Pacific, Atlantic, and Billy, you'd be like, oh, those are oceans. I know that. The Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Billy Ocean. I know that. So that's this round. 3 things, and you have to figure out what links them together. Right? You're smart. You're here. You're smart. You're going to do great. Here we go. Question 1. Question number 1. Coconut, Fiji, holy. Question number 1, once again. Coconut, Fiji, holy. I will say, great Gabo, that I do love some of them Screaming Goat remixes of songs. For years at my live quiz I played in Old Chicago, downtown Colorado Springs for a long time. But I would always go into the final scoring break with the goat version of Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. And for a while, I was dating a woman who was just obsessed with Bon Jovi. And then she started scorekeeping for me at quiz, and I would play that song and she wouldn't talk to me. She would get mad at me because that's how much she liked Bon Jovi. Like, she broke up with me because I was making fun of Bon Jovi. And I'm like, that's probably for the best. Like, just end it. Just end it now. Red flag pops up. Just walk away. Question number 2 in round 3, Buffalo, Gates, GI. Question number 2, Buffalo, Gates, GI. That was a nice run by spamming in the chat there. I'm glad Streamlabs is on it. Streamlabs is making it happen. Get it, Streamlabs. Get you some. Question number 3 in round 3: Boston, Golden, and Snow. What do those 3 things have in common? Question number 3: Boston, Golden, and Snow. Round 3, Triforce. Each question is a list of 3 things. You just have to tell me what those 3 things have in common. You want to see question 4? I do, because time is linear. Here's number 4, Helen, Snipe, and Wild. Number 4, Helen, Snipe, and Wild. Well, to be fair, Metal Yoga Head, I don't actually know how time is constructed, but our puny human concept of time is linear. If you're an advanced life form and you can conceive of time differently, good for you. Me, I see pretty much time as what happened that way and what happened that way. And right now I'm right here. And I'm about to do question 5. Question number 5, Dragon, Lonzo, Medicine. Question number 5, Dragon, Lonzo, Medicine. Philosopher and voice of our generation, the Jewish Viking, says, what's happening now? It's happening right now. Not true. That's in the past, pal. Question number 6. Round 3, question 6. Kilgore, Mike, and Rainbow. What do those 3 things have in common? You tell me. I'm not telling you. I've got the answers. You give me an answer. Question number 6, once again. Kilgore, Mike, and Rainbow. How the discussion of time just led to an avalanche of different sci-fi references. I guess that's what I should expect from an audience who's watching a Geeks Who Drink pub quiz. Good for you. Question number 7, round 3. Aventine, Hank, and Silent. I think I'm saying that right. Aventine, Hank, and Silent. Round 3, the Triforce. You have to tell me what each list of 3 has in common. And we're at question number 8. Question 8. Cookie, Fame, and Green-Eyed. Question number 8. Once again, Cookie, Fame, and Green-Eyed. You know, I've never actually read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so I know that's what the towel thing is from. Weirdly, I do always have a towel next to me, but only because I'm clumsy and I spill things. So there you go. Anyhow, oh, did somebody put an answer in the chat? Oh, I don't think so. Did they? No, I don't think so. Did they? Nah, probably not. No, don't do it. Probably not. Probably says shame. Oh, shame to me. Shame. Man, I'll tell you what. I don't have enough time in a day to read all the things I want to read. And then there's this list of things I don't want to read. As I'm never even going to get there. I'm never even going to get there. But you know what we are going to get to? We are going to get to bonus question. It's happening right now, whether we like it or not. Somebody's going to win $5 big in credit at our Geeks Who Drink online shopatorium. All you got to do is figure out the answer. It's going to be a simple one. You exclamation point and a chat in, and you're getting an entry. It's great. Let's do this. Beer, Brazil, wing. Let's use the plural, please, exclamation point, and the plural answer in the chat. Gets you an entry. Beer, Brazil, and wing. Get after it. I'll be back with actual answers in just a bit. Y'all are getting this down. Whoever said you like the round concept, I do too. It's a fun one. It's easy to deliver and it is fun. It makes you think. So let's talk about those answers right now. Round 3 answers are happening at this juncture of time and space. Number 1, coconut, Fiji, and holy. Well, those 3 things combine to make water. So those are all waters: coconut, Fiji, and holy water. Number 2, Buffalo, Gates, GI. It's probably not tracked. It's Bill. They're all Bills. The Buffalo Bills, Bill Gates, and the GI Bill at number 2. Number 3, Boston, Golden, and Snow. Those, of course, are globes. The Boston Globe, the newspaper, and then the Golden Globes. And then we're all trapped in a snow globe. Isn't that how that works? Anyway, number 4. Helen, Snipe, and Wild, those are all hunts. Hunts at number 4. Number 5, Dragon, Lonzo, and Medicine, those are all balls. Fun fact, I know a dude who did 7 voices on one of the American dubs of Dragon Ball Z. He's a stand-up comic, and I've been fortunate enough to open for him at various clubs, including the home club that I'm going to be back at St. Patrick's Day weekend. So if you're in town, if you're in Colorado Springs and you're looking for something that's relatively safe to do on St. Patrick's Day weekend, come to Looney's Comedy Corner, Colorado Springs. I'll be telling jokes. Question number 6, Kilgore, Mike, and Rainbow. Of course, those are all trouts. Trouts at number 6. Number 7, Aventine, Hank, and Silent. Damn it, Bobby, that's Hills. Hank Hill and Silent Hill, and they're all Hills at number 7. So hang on. I'm going to close the entries for this thing. See if the winner that I picked is viable before we move on. If I can do that. All right. At number 8. Fun fact about balls. Number 8. Cookie, Fame, and Green Eyed. Those, of course, are all monsters. Monsters at number 8. So, we should find out who actually won the bonus question. But first, we got to tell you the answer to the bonus question. Somebody's going to win $5 and credited our Shopatorium beer, Brazil, and wing. Of course, those are all nuts. Y'all figured that out really well because you're all very smart. Round 4 tonight is called Yo Holmes, Smell You Later. Geeks Who Drink is bringing Hulu trivia to life in select cities this spring through live events across the country. You can check out geekswhodrink.com/Hulu for details. And as a preview to those events, Hulu only paid us to ask 3 questions about one of their shows in this round tonight. So here's a very normal 8-question round about Prince's Bel-Air and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Thanks, Hulu. Here we go. Number 1. Praz has immigrant parents, and Wyclef was born 6 miles from Port-au-Prince. That means 2/3 of the Fugees have ties to what Caribbean nation? Question number 1 again. Praz has immigrant parents, and Wyclef was born 6 miles from Port-au-Prince. That means 2/3 of the Fugees have ties to what Caribbean nation? Question number 2. Round 4, question 2. The mountains that Bel-Air is in, the LA beach town that's home to Hulu headquarters and one of the Friends, they're all more or less named for what Catholic saint? Question number 2. The mountains that Bel-Air is in, the LA beach town that's home to Hulu headquarters and one of the Friends, they're all more or less named for what Catholic saint? Round 4, yo home, smell you later. Here is question number 3. Number 3, according to IMDb, 31% of Fresh Prince episodes featured appearances by what musical partner of the Fresh Prince? Question number 3. According to IMDb, 31% of Fresh Prince episodes featured appearances by what musical partner of the Fresh Prince? Now, Lethal Corpse, just because somebody was in a show doesn't mean they had a speaking part. Might have been hiding in a closet, might have been peeping around a corner. You never know. I don't know. But this is all IMDb data, not mine. Round number 4, question number 4. The current Prince of Bel-Air is probably what billionaire founder of Rockaware with a somehow even more famous wife? Number 4, once again, the current Prince of Bel-Air is probably what billionaire founder of Rockaware with a somehow even more famous wife? Round 4, yo home, smell you later. Hulu paid us to ask 3 questions about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and we've got 8 questions for you about Princes, Bel-Air, and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So we're at question number 5. Prince Harry shouted out the website Brainy quote within the first 10 pages of what deeply stupid 2023 memoir with a 5-letter title? Question number 5. Prince Harry shouted out the website Brainy quote within the first 10 pages of what deeply stupid 2023 memoir with a 5-letter title? And if you haven't figured it out yet, if you play our quiz regularly, Sovaz, you haven't figured it out, our editor-in-chief and our managing editor both hated the book. So that's why we ask about it so damn much. Here's question number 6. Besides a very long name, Bel-Air's Ethel Giberson / Hannah Carter Japanese garden also has a layout and pagodas inspired by what picturesque former Japanese capital? Question number 6. Besides a very long name, Bel-Air's Ethel Giberson / Hannah Carter Japanese garden also has a layout and pagodas inspired by what picturesque former capital of Japan? Yeah, Sovaz, they read it. They don't just sit around and watch pro wrestling all day. Question number 7, round 4, question 7. A 2020 show reunion finally squashed a 27-year-old feud between Will Smith and Janet Hubert, who originally played what Fresh Prince aunt? Question number 7, once again, a 2020 show reunion finally squashed a 27-year-old feud between Will Smith and Janet Hubert, who originally played what Fresh Prince aunt? you what, Silvaz, I'll make you a deal. If I get around to reading it, I will keep that in mind. I have no opinion of the book. I am merely the messenger tonight. Anyway, we're at question number 8. Brando and Sinatra weren't there in 1992 when Faith Prince won the Best Actress Tony for a revival of what musical about romance and craps? Not romance and shit, but romance and craps. Question number 8, once again, Brando and Sinatra weren't there in 1992 when Faith Prince won the Best Actress Tony for a revival of what musical about romance and craps? Round number 4, Yo Home, Smell You Later, Princess Bel-Air and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But all the questions were done. We're done with the questions proper. It's now time for the next bonus question. Somebody's gonna win something. Is it gonna be you? Well, we'll find out. You got to put exclamation point and the answer in the chat. They're spelled differently, but the founder of Bel-Air and the guy who played Carlton both share what first name that comes from Spain and Portugal. Because I had to put a stake in the ground, we're going with the first name spelling of the guy who played Carlton. Exclamation point and the answer in the chat. Once again, they're spelled differently, but the founder of Bel-Air and the guy who played Carlton both share what first name that comes from Spain and Portugal. Exclamation point and the answer. Use the spelling of the guy who played Carlton. Put those in the chat. Get your entries in. I'll come back with actual answers in just a bit. R2VQ, I agree, was great on Dancing with the Stars, even still great on Dancing with the Stars. I assume he's still doing that in-show hosting duty. I'm not sure, but yeah, very good dancer. And yes, I do end up watching Dancing with the Stars a lot. And I'm very judgy about the dancing, because you should be. You should be very judgy about people like Sean Spicer dancing. Questions! Answers. It's time for the answers for round 4. Round 4. Number 1. Praz has immigrant parents, and Wyclef was born 6 miles from Port-au-Prince. That means 2/3 of the Fugees have ties to Haiti. Haiti at number 1. Lobotnik is a game show host. He does some card-based game show on the Game Show Network, something else maybe. But yeah, really, honestly, he's a very good host. He's very good. Very good hosting shows. Question number 2. The mountains that Bel-Air is in, the LA beach town that's home to Hulu headquarters, and what are the friends? They are all more or less named for Santa Monica. Monica at number 2. Number 3. According to IMDb, 31% of Fresh Prince episodes featured appearances by DJ Jazzy Jeff. And I don't know if it was 31% of, like, I was in one episode, that's this many percentage, or if the actual time spent was 31% of the total time. I don't know. But it was DJ Jazzy Jeff at number 3. Number 4. The current Prince of Bel-Air is probably what billionaire founder of Rockaware with a somehow even more famous wife. That, of course, is Jay-Z. Jay-Z at number 4. Number 5. Metal Yoga Head, I know. I was just kidding. But it's fun to think about that, isn't it? Number 5. Prince Harry shouted out the website Brady quote within the first 10 pages of what deeply stupid 2023 memoir with a 5-letter title. That, of course, is Spare. Spare, that caused so much debate in the chat. Hope you got it right. Question number 6. Besides a very long name, Bel-Air's Ethel Giberson / Hannah Carter Japanese Garden also has a layout and pagodas inspired by Kyoto. Kyoto at number 6. Number 7. A 2020 show reunion finally squashed a 27-year-old feud between Will Smith and Janet Hubert, who originally played Aunt Viv. Aunt Viv. We don't know. We don't know what happened. Well, maybe we do now. But are we sure we know? How many episodes was she in? It's another good question. I don't know. What's the percentage of original Aunt Viv versus new Aunt Viv? It's kind of like Bewitched when they just replaced Darren for no good reason. Maybe there was a good reason. I don't know. Anyway, got to move on. Number 8. She was in 100% of the episodes she was in. You're right, R2VQ. That's good maths right there. That is math right there. High-level math. Number 8, Brando and Sinatra weren't even there in 1992. Probably because were they dead? I don't know. When Faith Prince won the Best Actress Tony for a revival of Guys and Dolls, which is about romance and craps. Guys and Dolls at number 8. All right. Let's talk about this big bonus question for round number 4. Somebody is going to win $5 big in credit to our Geeks Who Drink Shopatorium. And maybe a big swag box at the end of the night. Who knows? We don't know. They're spelled differently, but the founder of Bel-Air and the guy who played Carlton both share the first name Alfonso. Comes from both Spain and Portugal. Of course, Alfonso Ribeiro, guy from Fresh Prince, host on all kinds of things. I've been just talking about him all night. He's a good host. Round 5 is the video round for this evening, and it is 8 points. And you're naming things. I should just stop talking about it. We should just watch the instructs. It's called Here's Money. Happy birthday to Ed McMahon, except that he's dead. Everybody knows how much he loved giving out big checks. So name these TV shows where he's watching somebody give out big money. You're just naming TV shows. Have fun.
Now,
here's number 1.
let's show her the meaning of charity. Please welcome Shirley Fiuke.
And that's when George Michael realized maybe had been making money by pretending to be 2 twin girls.
Maybe?
One of whom was ill.
And we're back. The Inator Corporation was generous enough to send us a giant check for $23. Thank you, Sid and the guys. You do an important job. That brings our tally up to $23. Let's go to the phones again. Okay.
When I went over to the lottery office, they sure made a big fuss. I wanted to get started on my list as soon as possible so my life would start getting better. Hell, it was already better. Our new friend Catalina had the day off and nothing to do, so Randy and I had something pretty to look at.
Still got St. Abernathy's, the Can-Do Club, and the Friends of Foxfordus disease.
So wonder my brother had any money left. Can't you do this?
No can-do. Already late for my appointment at our Queen's facility. Of course, I wouldn't have to go if you didn't fire everyone else. Give me regards to the Sebaceous Cis Society.
And here to receive his check for $50,000. Biff Tannen. Burke, we've heard enough out of you, Tannen.
Everybody on board?
All people and dinosaurs accounted for.
In addition to your Master Maker patch, you also receive a $100,000 check. Courtesy of Blueprint.
And you can bring that right to the bank.
I just can't believe it.
Well, I think we should get this party started.
The winner of Million of Owen!
Yeah, baby! Hey, what can I say, Chris? I'm so psyched! This is just awesome! Yes! Party next week, everyone!
I looked into some of the big check competition, and the guys out there, Publishers Clearinghouse, they've got a pretty big check. I think for something this important, we can do a little bit better. So boys, bring out the check. There it is. Yeah.
Please welcome Shirley Fielke.
And that's when George Michael realized maybe had been making money by pretending to be two twin girls.
The Unator Corporation was generous enough to send us a giant check for $23. Thank you, Sid and the guys. You do an
I
important
went over to the lottery office. They sure made a big fuss. I wanted to get started on my list as soon as possible so my life would start getting better.
Already late for my appointment at our Queen's facility. Of course, I wouldn't have to go if you didn't fire everyone else. Give me regards to the Sebaceous Cyst Society.
Biff Tannen. Burke, we've heard enough out of you, Tannen.
Everybody on board?
You also receive a $100,000 check. Courtesy of Blueprint.
Yeah, baby! Hey, what can I say, Chris? I'm so psyched! This is just awesome!
We can do a little bit better. So, boys, bring out the check. There it is. Yeah.
Hope you had a good break. I had a break. I sat here and waited 3 minutes to come back. So I certainly hope that you had a more productive break than I did. But still working on my modeling glue and gin. Just about 3/4 of the way through it. And we are, and I'm bad at fractions, but we're a certain amount we're almost done with quiz. We'll get a couple rounds left, but we should take a look at the answers for round 5, that video round that we just watched, where you were naming TV shows that Ed McMahon was watching because he loves big checks. That, of course, is Arrested Development. Number 2. It's an enjoyable little show called Phineas and Ferb, which apparently is coming back. And we're going to make more Phineas and Ferb. Number 3. Yep, that is Earl Hickey from My Name is Earl. His name is Earl. And yeah, we do try to make these as accessible as possible for you. Number 4, that is the Venture Brothers. Really enjoy that show. I'm going to rewatch it. Number 5. That is a short-lived Back to the Future cartoon that happened in the 80s. Number 6. That's Making It. Number 7. That version of Total Drama-Rama is Total Drama Island. Total Drama, insert thing here. And then number 8 specifically is the Colbert Report. So again, I'm sure you all did really good. And now it's time to move on to round 6. Round 6 is the second 16-point round of the evening. So let's find out what it's called. Feet of Clay. Why is it called that? Well, it's the 203rd anniversary of the Missouri Compromise, which brought both Maine and Missouri into the Union. Woo! So anyway, here's a round of 2-part questions about Maine and Missouri, worth 1 point per part. And we say no penalty for wrong guesses, except the penalty is being wrong. And you'll know you're wrong, and you'll have to live with that shame. But there is no I answer wrong, and you're going to get 0. No, it's 1 point per correct answer in this round. Potential of 16. It's about both Maine and Missouri. Here we go. Number 1. Blacksmith Terry Steele made the bat-topped wrought iron gates in front of what horror master's former banger home? And even though Gone Girl and Sharp Objects are set in made-up Missouri towns, what author is from actual Kansas City? Question number 1. Blacksmith Terry Steele made the bat-topped wrought iron gates in front of what horror master's former banger home? And even though Gone Girl and Sharp Objects are set in made-up Missouri towns, what author is from actual Kansas City? 6, 16 big points on the line. Here's question number 2. Number 2, Olivia Benson should investigate how what SVU actress ended up in Lake Placid, a stinker about a massive crocodile in a Maine lake, and Eartha Kitt never asked Santa Baby to be in Scared Stupid, the 5th film featuring what rubber-faced Jim Varney character. Question number 2. Olivia Benson should investigate how what SVU actress ended up in Lake Placid, a stinker about a massive crocodile in a Maine lake, and Eartha Kitt never asked Santa Baby to be in Scared Stupid, the 5th film featuring what rubber-faced Jim Varney character. Round 6, feet of clay. It's question number 3. Number 3, the Portland Sea Dogs left field wall is called the Maine Monster in a nod to what big league affiliate named the team, not the wall. And when former St. Louis Browns right-hander Raleigh Styles died in 2006, the world lost the last pitcher ever who faced what Sultan of Swats. Question number 3, the Portland Sea Dogs left field wall is called the Maine Monster in a nod to what big league affiliate. And when former St. Louis Browns right-hander Raleigh Styles died in 2006, the world lost the last pitcher who faced what Sultan of Swats. Round 6, feet of clay, 2-part questions about Maine and Missouri, 16 points, 1 point per correct answer. Here's question 4. Number 4, Maine's state dessert is blueberry pie, but its official state treat is what sloppy combo of 2 chocolate cake rounds and cream filling. Missouri claims that its state dessert, the ice cream cone, debuted in 1904 at what International Expo. That was a pretty big deal back then. Question number 4, once again, Maine's state dessert is blueberry pie, but its official state treat is what sloppy combo of 2 chocolate cake rounds and cream filling. And Missouri claims that its state dessert, the ice cream cone, debuted in 1904 at what International Expo. That was a pretty big deal back then. Round 6, we're having ourselves a nice, leisurely, slow quiz tonight. I figure there's no need to rush. Just make this quiz last as long as possible on this nice, relaxing evening. It's a Monday. What you got to worry about? Anyway, there's one dude who every time Micah hosts goes out of his way to hate on Micah in the YouTube comments. And one of them is like, he always takes too long. So I think I'm going to take too long tonight. I think I need people to hate me too. Question number 5. Rivers Cuomo sings about wanting to move to Maine or any of those states back east on the deluxe edition of what band's Pinkerton record. And Shimmy Shimmy Coco What St. Louis rapper gave his city a shout out on Country Grammar. Question number 5. Rivers Cuomo sings about wanting to move to Maine or any of those states back east on the deluxe edition of what band's Pinkerton record. And Shimmy Shimmy Coco what St. Louis rapper gave his city a shout out on Country Grammar. Yeah, our R2VQ, that was just my stock, slow southern drawl. But thanks to Daniel Craig, it's now also my Benoit Blanc impression. I enjoyed the Glass Onion. I liked the Knives Out. I don't know about you. I enjoyed them. I like a good whodunit. Here's question number 6. Number 6, James G. Blaine from the state of Maine narrowly lost the 1884 election to what non-consecutive president? And what Missouri-born president got his middle name from his grandpas, Anderson, Shipp, and Solomon? Question number 6, James G. Blaine from the state of Maine narrowly lost the 1884 election to what non-consecutive president? And what Missouri-born president got his middle name from his grandfathers, Anderson, Shipp, and Solomon? Round 6, R2VQ. Oh, no, it was Lethal Corpse. Did you not like the ending of Glass Onion? No. I mean, I'll admit it wasn't like the ending I was thinking was going to happen, but, who knows? I like it when I'm surprised. It's fair enough. Number 7. I mean, it's a silly movie. Let's be fair. There's the dong. And that was like, it's a legit actor. Who was that? Anyway, number 7, what American artist's main neighbor inspired him to paint the evocative Christina's World? And it was 7 minutes to midnight when Missouri artist Merrill Langsdorff designed the first image of what danger monitor? Question number 7, what American artist's main neighbor inspired him to paint the evocative Christina's World? And it was 7 minutes to midnight when Missouri artist Merrill Langsdorff designed the first image of what danger monitor? Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Grant Gabo. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was the dong. I just kind of like when movies get silly and just do dumb shit like that for no good reason other than to do it. Stuff like that tickles me. I don't know. But, I'm insane. Question 8. Where are we at? Question 8. Thank you. Hiram Maxim collaborated with the Vickers Company to make an early version of what weapon that dominated World War I? And Bob Chandler inadvertently created the first monster truck when he put a set of 48-inch tires on a Ford F-250 and gave it what legendary name? Question number 8. Once again, Hiram Maxim collaborated with the Vickers Company to make an early version of what weapon that dominated World War I? And Bob Chandler inadvertently created the first monster truck when he put a set of 48-inch tires on a Ford F-250 and gave it what legendary name? Round 6, that's it for the questions proper. Time for the next bonus question. Next opportunity to get $5 big in credit to our Shopatorium. All you got to do is put the answer to the following question, preceded by an exclamation point in the chat. Going to get you an entry into the drawing that might get you that $5 in credit. We don't know. We'll find out. Let's find out together. We're once again asking you, the only current senators who were elected as independents remains Angus King, and what cantankerous Vermonter use his last name, just use his last name, exclamation point, his last name in the chat. Get an entry. We are once again asking you, the only current senators who were elected as independents remains Angus King, and what cantankerous Vermonter used the last name preceded by an exclamation point in the chat. Get an entry into the drawing. I'm going to let you do that for a little bit. Come back. And, we'll do answers for this round in just a bit. As a reminder, full name won't cut it. We have to narrow these down to one word, so, well, just one thing. So just use the last name. Don't do the full name, just do the last name on this one, and you'll get an entry if you haven't already. So while you're doing that, I'm going to move right along. We are going to go on to the answers for round 6. Round 6, question 1. Blacksmith Terry Steele made the bat-topped wrought iron gates in front of Stephen King's former Bangor home. And even though Gone Girl and Sharp Objects are set in made-up Missouri towns, Gillian Flynn is from actual Kansas City. So Stephen King and Gillian Flynn at number 1. Number 2, Olivia Benson should investigate how what SVU actress ended up in Lake Placid, that stinker about a big old crocodile. That, of course, is Mariska Hargitay. And Eartha Kitt never asked Santa Baby to be in Scared Stupid, the 5th Ernest film. Ernest P. Worrell and Mariska Hargitay at number 2. Number 3, the Portland Sea Dogs left field wall is called the Maine Monster in a nod to the Green Monster, famous for the Boston Red Sox. Fenway's big green thing where the Boston Red Sox play. And when former St. Louis Browns right-hander Raleigh Styles died in 2006, the world lost the last pitcher ever who faced Babe Ruth. Boston Red Sox and Babe Ruth at number 3. Number 4, Maine's state dessert is blueberry pie, but its official state treat is a whoopie pie. Sloppy combo. And Missouri claims that its state dessert, the ice cream cone, debuted in 1904 at the World's Fair, which, of course, Missouri won't shut the fuck up about. Whoopie pie on the World's Fair at number 4. Number 5, Rivers Cuomo sings about wanting to move to Maine or, I don't know, any of those states back east on the deluxe edition of Pinkerton by Weezer. Shimmy Shimmy Coco, what St. Louis rapper gave his city a shout-out on Country Grammar? That, of course, is Nelly. Weezer and Nelly at number 5. Number 6, James G. Blaine from the state of Maine narrowly lost the 1884 election to Grover Cleveland. If we say non-consecutive president, probably Grover Cleveland. The Missouri-born president that got his middle name from his grandfather's Anderson Shippett Solomon, that, of course, is Harry S. Truman. The S is just an S, but it's still Harry S. Truman and Grover Cleveland at number 6. Number 7, what American artist's main neighbor inspired him to paint the evocative Christina's World? That is Andrew Wyeth. And it was 7 minutes to midnight when Missouri artist Martel Langsdorff designed the first image of the Doomsday Clock. Andrew Wyeth and the Doomsday Clock. Two great tastes. Taste great together at number 7. Let's close the entries and see if I can pick a winner for this thing. Hang tight. Dun, 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 dun. Looks like it. Cool. This is going really well. Let's go on to number 8. Hiram Maxim collaborated with the Vickers Company to make an early version of the weapon that dominated World War I. It was farts. No, I'm sorry. It wasn't farts. It was the machine gun. It was literally Machine Gun Kelly. They just sent him out to rap and everybody just laid down their weapons. I said, please make it stop. Bob Chandler inadvertently created the first monster truck when he put a set of 48-inch tires on a Ford F-250 and called it Bigfoot. Machine Gun and Bigfoot at number 8. Now we get to find out who won the round 6 bonus question, the penultimate bonus question for the evening. Somebody's going to get $5 big in credit to our store, and then maybe a big swag box at the end of the night. It's really great. A whole lot of stuff going on. Anyway, let's find out more about that. We are once again asking you, the only current senators who were elected as independents, Maine's Angus King and the cantankerous Vermonter Bernie Sanders. Well, pretty much all of you knew that. So, I don't know why. Probably because he's in the news all the time. He's cantankerous. Let's see. That round was rough for us. I feel like us non-Americans might have had a disadvantage there. Maybe R2VQ, but we definitely appreciate you watching. And that means it is time for the final round. The final round is the random knowledge round. This is where anything can happen. 16 possible points. If you saved your Joker, goddamn, you're a genius. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? said, the final round is a random knowledge round. It's also a 16-point round. What, of course, that means is that some of these questions, they're going to have multiple parts. They're going to be worth multiple points. So, yeah, it behooves you to pay attention. But I'm also going to tell you how much each question is worth. And the best part about this whole format is it's on a screen. It's on a screen. You can see it. So that's 3 different ways to figure out how much each question is worth. And we're going to get started at question number 1, coincidentally, worth 1 point. Hailing from 1999, Seattleite twins Isabel and Nikki Hoffman are the latest historical characters in what line of overpriced dolls? Question number 1, hailing from 1999, Seattleite twins Isabel and Nikki Hoffman are the latest historical characters in what line of overpriced dolls? Random knowledge question number 2 is a 2-point question. Tell me, what is the most populous country in Asia that is currently named for a European royal, and what country was he a royal of? Question number 2, once again, 2 points. What is the most populous country in Asia currently named for a European royal, and what country was he a royal of? And so, Voz, yeah, we got daylight savings time coming up, I guess, maybe for the last time. I don't know. I don't know if it's ever actually going to happen. I just want it to stay lighter later. That's just me. I like the daylight. It's nice. I don't need to save any of it. Let's waste it all. Screw it. It's question 3. What formerly bi-coastal morning show host anagrams to nasty careers? You have your anagram, unscramble it, find your answer. Question number 3, what formerly bi-coastal morning show host anagrams to nasty careers? Well, we don't call it round 7. We call it the final round. Even though it is the 7th round, and we used to do 8, but now we do 7. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it is the final round, and I'd like you to show some respect and call it the final round. Okay? Okay. Here's question number 4. It is a 3-point question. For each adage about engineering, please give us the dude's name associated with it. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. The number of transistors in a microchip doubles every 18 months. And any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Ooh. Number 4, 3 points for each adage about engineering. Please give us the dude's name associated with it. The first one, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Second one, the number of transistors in a microchip doubles every 18 months. Third one, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Yeah, so Voz, I had a couple of slip-ups when we came back from the pandemic. I have been hosting. In fact, I just hit my 14-year anniversary as a Geeks Who Drink Quizmaster a few days ago, actually. And I've been doing this long enough. I use a little soundboard on my quiz computer when I do things live, and when I fire that thing off, it's still on button 8. So I'm still hitting 8 for the final round because I don't want to change it. Because it's just ingrained. I'm like, well, I hit 8 for the final round. Duh. So, and thank you. Yeah, 14 long years I've been hosting quiz in a live venue, and I enjoy it. What the hell else am I going to do? I don't, radio don't pay nothing. I'm happy to still be in front of a microphone and entertaining people. Number 5, petrify, petroleum, and Peter all descend from a common Greek root word that means what? Question number 5, petrify, petroleum, and Peter all descend from a common Greek root word that means what? I don't know why I'm hurrying, right? We got, let's just stay up all night with quiz. Anyway, we're at question number 6 in the final round. It is a random knowledge round. It is a 16-point round. It's going to be make or break, especially since you're scoring yourself. But I know you're being perfectly honest when you're scoring, right? Right, of course. Number 6, 3 points. Tell me, is it a recent NBA slam dunk contest winner or an early Secretary General of the United Nations? Obi Toppin, Utant, and Hamidou Diallo. Question number 6, 3 points. Is it a recent NBA slam dunk contest winner or an early Secretary General of the United Nations? Just put basketball or UN, NBA or UN. Obi Toppin, Utant, and Hamidou Diallo. Lethal Corpse. That's true. There's nobody around to stop you. I am not your real dad. I can't tell you no. But you have to live with that shame. You have to go to sleep tonight and you have those, those like dreams where you're just fitful and you're sweating and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done it. I should have been more honest. Who gives a crap, right? Number 7. Final round, random knowledge question number 7. It is a 1-point question. It might be the 1 point you need to win the game, though. Here we go. No alcohol is permitted on the property. We have already had 2 fatal head injuries in the home. That's from the website of a Massachusetts bed and breakfast operating in the former house of what woman? Question number 7. No alcohol is permitted on the property. We've already had 2 fatal head injuries in the home. That is from the website of a Massachusetts bed and breakfast operating in the former house of what woman? Heck yeah, random Pamit. I spent 13 and a half years doing radio in this town, and it's just like one of them things where you got like, man, I got to get a real job. I got to grow up and get an adult job. But luckily, I mean, I went to school for graphic design, so I was doing both radio and design. It's like, don't be stupid. Just use that degree that you paid for. And I've been doing that for a long time. But I don't know, for a while, especially when I was like 19, 20, I'm like, oh, I could make radio my career. And then you realize, I don't know, I like to eat and pay rent. So no. 20. Where were you in radio, random Pamit? Let me know. Old DEEJY in the chat. We're at question number 8 on the final round. And it is a 4-point question asking acting Oscar nominees for this year include the people who played the title roles in Elvis and Tar, plus the mom from The Fabelmans and the Queen of Wakanda Forever. Name those 4 actors. Question number 8, once again, 4 points. Acting Oscar nominees for this year include the people who played the title roles in Elvis and Tar, plus the mom from The Fabelmans and the queen of Wakanda in Wakanda Forever. You name those 4 actors. It's quite the CV, Random Pam. It's South Dakota, Omaha, Nebraska, Albuquerque, Texas, and England. And yeah, podcasting. I podcasted for a bit too. It was fun, and honestly, if you just reach out to any celebrity you want to interview and say, I've got a podcast, 45% of the time, they'll just say, yes, I got to interview some pretty fun people. And they had no idea that they were talking to a nobody. But yeah, had a lot of fun podcasting. I just don't have the time for it now. Maybe someday. But that's true. R2VQ, 45% of the time it did work every time. More movie quotes. Anyway, that is it for the questions proper in the final round. It is time to move right along to the final bonus question of the evening. Your last opportunity to get $5 big in credit to our Geeks Who Drink Shopatorium. And your last chance to get an entry into the end of the night drawing where you might win a big swag box. Once again, exclamation point and the answer in the chat. And this time it will be 2 words, so smash them together. Here we go. Let's do this. Are we having fun yet? What Adam Scott starring Starz comedy series is returning this spring after a 13-year hiatus. Do the math. Exclamation point and the answers in the chat. Smash those 2 words together to get the entry. Your bonus once again. Are we having fun yet? What Adam Scott starring Starz comedy series is returning this spring after a 13-year hiatus. Get those entries into the chat. I'll let you do that for a little bit. Then we'll come back and we will talk about answers for this final round in just a little bit. We're going to take a look at the answers for this final round, starting where we usually do with these sorts of things. That is number 1. Hailing from 1999, Seattle A twins Isabel and Nikki Hoffman are the latest historical characters in the line of overpriced dolls called American Girl. American Girl at number 1. Number 2. 2 points. What is the most populous country in Asia that is currently named for a European royal? That, of course, is Philippines. And Philip was a royal of Spain. Philippines and Spain at number 2. Number 3. What formerly bi-coastal morning show host anagrams to nasty careers? You rearrange those letters and you get Ryan Seacrest. Ryan Seacrest at number 3. Pretty sure he's made non-nasty money, though, in his life. Number 4, 3 points for each adage about engineering. You had to give me the dude's name associated with it. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. That, of course, is Murphy's Law. The number of transistors in a microchip doubles every 18 months. That is Moore's Law. And any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That is Clark's Law. Murphy, Moore, and Clark at number 4. Number 5. Petrify, petroleum, and Peter all descend from a common Greek root word that means rock. Mr. The Rock at number 5. Any of you watched any of the XFL? Number 6, 3 points. Is it a recent NBA slam dunk contest winner or an early Secretary General of the United Nations, Obi Toppin? It's an NBA slam dunk contest winner. Utant, you know that. That's a UN Secretary General. And Hamidou Diallo, also NBA. So you got NBA, you got UN, you got NBA. Whee! That's number 6. Here's number 7. No alcohol is permitted on the premises. We have already had 2 fatal head injuries in the home. That, of course, is from the website of a Massachusetts bed and breakfast operating in the former house of Lizzie Borden. Because she hacked her parents to death. Ha, ha, ha. Anyway, I don't know if I'd stay there. You know, there is a clown motel somewhere in Nevada out in the, is it Tonopah? I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe that's not even in Nevada. I don't know. There's a clown motel somewhere in Nevada. It's out in the desert. It's next to a cemetery. I want to stay there, but my girlfriend says no. So I don't know. Might have to just go on my own. See if I can book a comedy show somewhere in the middle of the goddamn desert. But yeah, I don't know if I would stay in the. Really don't know if I would stay in the Lizzie Borden house. Let's find out what the next question is. Anyway, number 8, acting Oscar nominees for this year include the people who played the title roles in Elvis and Tar, plus the mom from The Fabelmans and the Queen of Wakanda. Those 4 actors are Austin Butler, Kate Blanchett, Michelle Williams, and Angela Bassett. Austin Butler, Kate Blanchett, Michelle Williams, and Angela Bassett. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find a winner for this particular bonus question that we've got going on. I believe I have. So that's awesome. And we're going to move on to that bonus question right now. Final opportunity for somebody to get $5 in credit to our online store. How are we having fun yet? What Adam Scott starring Stars comedy series is returning this spring after a 13-year hiatus. That is Party Down. I'm like some of you, I hadn't heard of it until just now. But then again, I have never actually subscribed to Stars for more than just the free trial if I wanted to watch something. So I don't know. I might not be the guy to ask on that. You played trivia tonight. You watched Twitch trivia, and that's great. So thank you all so much. We love having you out. And hey, if you're ever in Colorado Springs, I do host Thursday nights at the Public House at the Alexander in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I don't know, just on the off chance that you happen to be in Colorado Springs, Colorado on the Friday and Saturday of this month, that is the big amateur hour drinking holiday, St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to be at Looney's Comedy Corner in Colorado Springs telling jokes. I'm not the headliner, I'm the host, but I like to host. And the headliner has a dry bar special. It's going to be a great time. Join me. But thank you all so much for coming out on a Monday night, hanging out with us in the Twitch. We love every single one of you. So wherever you are and whatever you're doing, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you back again next Monday. Good night.